that the women themselves raised so many concerns and so many things, but it is a day that we should give up to the women. And in that light, today and tomorrow, I will be no more a chairman of the International Human Rights Commission. I will be symbolizing this thing to give it to the a female. 2 days, it is a token appreciation that the one female should take up the chairperson of the International Human Rights Commission. And I wish after me there will be a woman to lead this organization. Uh, Madam President, Excellencies, and my fellow sisters, daughters, uh, I am very happy to having all of you. And from me, floor is yours. Her Excellency, the President, first female President of the Republic of Mauritius, Her Excellency Ameenah Gurib Fahim. The floor is yours, Excellency.
Excellency and all the guests on the panel, good afternoon and good evening and good morning to some of you. First of all, I must say I'm very honored and humbled to have been selected to receive this award in your hands, of course, and now here today that this is, of course, one of the few days you have left in office. But I think you have raised the flag very high in making the case forward, putting the case forward on women issue, and have taken, of course, the challenge head on to celebrate women. And we know how much women contribution matter. And we also know how important it is to empower women. And the fact that you have chosen, of course, a great lady of Pakistan to, of course, to name her, to put her name forward, of course, Prime Minister. You know, the challenges she also encountered while she was in office. But I feel very humble.
Jordan, and you are representing whatever the Holocaust is going on into the Middle East. Before I will say you start your words, here is your certificate, which I hope you have.
I have it here as well.
received
Thank
this
you so
copy.
much.
And here is your award, which will be DHL to you. So
Thank you.
now, congratulations for both of this, and now your time to speak.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate your kind gesture, and I'm very thrilled to be nominated for this award. I'm so happy to be with everyone of you today. I enjoyed all of the speeches and the talks for everyone, adding great value to the session. Happy International Women's Day to start with, and I hope you're having a good day, a good weekend, or a good start of the week. So my name for introduction is Yousra Mshmsh. I am an entrepreneur, a computer engineer, an artist, and someone who's passionate about community activism and about helping others. And by others, we mean vulnerable others and others that are in need for support, no matter who they are. But in so many cases, they happen to be females, which is not something that we chose. So growing up in somewhere like Amman, Jordan, or in the Middle East in general is very challenging, because the Middle East is a very diverse community where diversity is not best utilized, a very big mix of people, a good mix of people. But being a female, a young one in such community, it's not always a privilege, because it means that you will be seen as underqualified, underprivileged, and you need to do double the work and work harder to get everything. But what I will be spending my time with you today is to say that there is progress and people are doing more efforts to make this better. And I am very glad that we are in a time where we actually confirm that there's an issue, and confirmation is the first step to actually change something. So in my country, we have noticed and know that females need more support. We have so many gender-based issues that we need to work on, and females are stepping forward to try to do this. So for me, I would like to appreciate women who are working to get rights to other females, ones who are opening businesses where they open equal opportunities for other ones to be in the same equal positions, ones who are protesting the streets to give you the right to have nationality to your kids, ones who are having equal opportunities of access to education for females to get this opportunity. I would like to appreciate everyone who actually looks equally to others, whether they are men or women or anyone. Organizations who make you feel yourself and you don't need to actually justify everything you say just because of your gender. So I'm very happy that we're actually celebrating this day. And by celebration, I don't know if you want to celebrate the successes or raise a hand around the things that are needing to be changed. So shout out for all of the females who weren't afraid to raise a hand and say that this is wrong and it needs to be changed no matter how long it lasts and how normalized people are making it. Shout out for all of the females who are supporting other females and who are believing in them. For the ones who didn't get so many things but are providing those things to their kids and their peers and their family members and their community members in the end. And I am just want to say thanks for everyone who is making the community a better place and opening the space for other ones, not to be their voices, but to help them and empower them to have their own unique and powerful voice, like this event is doing. You are supporting us, acknowledging our strength and our gratitude to actually amplify the work that we are doing and try to spread this in all over the places. Thank you so much for inviting me and giving me this award.
Ladies and gentlemen, open your videos and just today we have to raise our hand for our women's. The women's for themselves and men's for the women's. So I raise my hand for the change.
I raise my hand for women.
I raise my hand for women.
I raise my hand for women and I have a great screenshot of this.
Yes!
I raise my hand for women.
From Sweden, I raise my hand for the women participation in all fields.
I raise my hand for the women.
And from New York, I raise my hands, but you cannot see me because I'm in a different conference as well.
From Egypt, I raise my hand.
We feel
You are welcome.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Ambassador, you are welcome.
This hand,
Thank you, sir. It's just a short visit. I have to get back to my other conference.
Thank you very much, Mr. Secretary General.
Thank you, sir.
This is.
Thank you very much for this nice event, Ambassador, and congratulations to all the awardees from Ecuador.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. So,
I am pleased now to introduce Ms. Paula. We need to introduce Ms. Paula.
Just Ragda, I am going to introduce because there is one more dignitary is with us. She is the member of the Parliament, Congresswoman. She is the first female president of the Inter-Parliamentary Union. Inter-Parliamentary Union covers 196 countries, and she is a young and dynamic woman herself, energetic and courageous leader for the others, making sure to open the ways for the young generation. Her Excellency Miss Gabriela Cuevas, Barron of Mexico, Honorary President of the Inter-Parliamentary Union. Floor is yours, madam. And before I will start, here is your certificate of the prior performance. And Madam President, here is your award. which will be DHL to you just after within a 1 day. Now the floor is yours, Madam President.
Thank you. Thank you so much, dear Ambassador Khan. This is a very meaningful moment for all of us. First, because today we are celebrating the International Women's Day. And of course, this is a moment where we need to renew our commitment in having a more inclusive world. And of course, to make this a recovery, hopefully after the pandemic, with a feminist perspective. It is my honor to address you today on this event to commemorate the International Women's Day. And I am grateful to the International Human Rights Commission for granting me the Benazir Bhutto Pride of Performance Award. Today, we should take a look to the statistics about the presence of women in politics and especially in parliaments. While we are more than half of the total world's population, when it comes to parliaments, it is only about 25%. So we need to have a real democratic inclusion, a real democratic representation in politics and in parliaments. The very nature of parliaments is to represent the people. And if women are not truly represented, well, that's not democratic and that's not inclusive. So there's too much to do. And we need to accelerate women's presence in politics and especially in parliaments. During this day, every year we are reminded that there is still much to do to achieve full and genuine gender equality for women and girls everywhere. Many lives are lost to violence. In fact, before the pandemic, because we are not sure what has happened in the last months, but before the pandemic, 137 women globally are killed every day by a partner or a member of their own family. Discriminatory laws persist in several countries. Even today, 2.5 billion women and girls find themselves unable to fully exercise their own rights due to outdated legislation that only leads to increased inequality. Female workers make up 70% of the global healthcare workforce and have been at the front lines of the pandemic, but even so, women have a restricted say over decision-making at all levels of government. I have mentioned about parliament, but if we go to heads of state or heads of government, well, the percentage drops to about 10%. The pandemic has forced all of us to reflect on the fragilities and flaws of our societies and economies. And hopefully we will overcome this crisis by rebuilding on the basis of the lessons that we have learned. For justice, for equality, and for solidarity, it is on us to enable all women and girls to live lives free of fear and violence, to make their own decisions, and to achieve their dreams. Up until now, that is still denied to many. So let us make all of that a reality. We need to take a decision. We need to change the world. Thank you very much for this very kind invitation and for this honor to receive this award. Thank you very much, Ambassador Khan, and it's always an honor to participate in your activities.
Excellency, you are very dynamic. I wish that the flights operation will be open, and the first leg I will be visiting. I am visiting Mexico, and I will as soon as the ways are open, because as everybody mentioned here, as the problems the women are facing, I think the COVID-19 has exposed all the systems, flaws and cons, which the women are subject of. As a subject, they are facing the problems: home, work, schools, education, hospitals, healthcare. I think the UK is health workers, the pays are a problem at this moment. I mean, they are not enough well paid, the health workers in the UK as well. So there are problems, Your Excellency, and we will definitely, with all you resilient women, we will move to have a better future for our young generation, especially the young girls. I am determined in my life that we have to provide. It is our collective responsibility to move shoulder to shoulder to ensure that whatever is happening, it should be end and it should be eliminated from our society. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Ragda, you have go ahead.
Thank you so much, and thank you for the introduction. Now I'm happy to introduce from Zambia, Africa, Miss Paula Nakando. She is a young woman leader at Women Deliver, and she is also the Zambian ambassador for the nonprofit Women Entrepreneur Initiative. Miss Paula, the floor is yours. Miss Paula? Yes, thank you. You are muted.
Miss Paula, thank you very much. And here is your award in my hand. I hope you will see your pictures as well on it.
Thank you, Your Excellency.
And this is your award as well in my hand, and it will be DHL to you. As I hope we communicated, every award will be DHL within the next 4 days to reach everyone.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Sorry.
Let me begin by saying that it is such an honor to be here in the presence of so many great women that I look up to. Thank you to the International Human Rights Commission for giving me this award, and also for the work that you do. I would like to dedicate this award to the many women in my country, Zambia, many of them with little to no opportunity, but still they choose to challenge. It may be that way, but I'm inspired every day by their resilience and determination to innovate and do their part in making the world a better place. I would like to reiterate that board leaders and policymakers need to invest more in women, to train them and empower them for the good of the world. From the women who sell at the street corner, they have to wake up at 05 a.m. in order for their families to survive, to the women that are alone in the boardrooms. Thank you for every woman that does their part to ensure that their families are well fed, to ensure that they strive for their family. But we need to come to a place where women do not have to fight to be in certain rooms. They do not have to push to be in certain rooms. We have to accept that women are part of boardrooms, that they're part of parliaments, that they're part of world leaders. Thank you very much for this award. It is such an honor, and I dedicate it to the many women in my country, as I had said. Congratulations to everybody that has received this award. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Zambia is moving so fastly, and you women are making an history in Africa. I wish that, like you will be having more African women to move forward with the message of equality and gender discrimination. As the Honorable Cecilia has mentioned, that the FGM is a main problem in Africa as well. Although it is a problem of the Middle East also, but it is more widely is happening into the African region. We have to focus on it. Every movement who is working or struggling to end the FGM or making the legislation for the FGM, we should coordinate with them to save and protect our women widely. So thank you very much, Paula. You are incredible girl for Africa. Yes, Ragda. Yes, Ragda, go ahead.
I was muted. Yes, thank you so much for your intervention. So now we can go to the USA, Miss Sophia Angelica. She is a singer, peace and women empowerment activist, and we would love to hear from you the role actually also of art in delivering and echoing the women messages in this world. Thank you.
Yes, hello everyone. Can everyone hear me?
Yes,
Great.
we do hear you, and Sophia. Before you start, you are with us from 2016 to onward. She is with the International Human Rights Commission as a Goodwill Ambassador for Peace and Youth from the 2014. We, all the team here from the WYSP, from the IHRC, is paying regard to you, Sophia. You are, and she made 3 songs for the peace in the world and humanity, and she dedicated to the International Human Rights Commission and WYSP, and that they are the official songs which we are always using in our conferences, in-person conferences, not the virtual conferences. So, and Sophia, there here is your certificate. I hope you have it.
Thank you so much. That's wonderful.
And here is your award also.
Oh, it's beautiful. Thank you.
So you will be having a name. Everybody will be having their own name tag. So now you go ahead, Sophia.
Thank you so much, Ambassador. First of all, I just want to say I am very, very honored to be here at this wonderful event surrounded by a world of such empowering, strong, inspiring women who dedicate their lives every day to making the world a better place for all genders alike, and showing the world that anything is possible, no matter what race, gender, or stereotype they are given. I'm a simple girl from the United States with a common dream, a career in music. Ever since I was 7 years old, I knew that that's what I wanted to do with my life, but life had different plans for me. I was offered an opportunity when I was 13 to perform for a women's empowerment event at the United Nations. I was at a table sitting across from the incredible Queen Mother, Dr. Deloise Blakely, Goodwill Ambassador to Africa for the UN. She looked straight into my eyes and she told me I was going to be a star. She didn't even know me, but she believed it. At the time, I wasn't quite sure what it meant to be an empowered woman. So I sang, I went on with my life until it took me on an unexpected direction that ended up defining who I am and caused me to update my dream into something much larger than just my own journey. Little did I know that I was already writing music that revolved around the topics of human rights, anti-discrimination, anti-bullying, and empowerment. In fact, the first song I ever wrote when I was 7 was about the difficulties of life and how to defy those challenges and follow a dream. And sitting at the International Human Rights Summit, which is with Youth for Human Rights International at the United Nations, I realized at 14 years old that that's what I was meant to do with my life. I always believe that if you have a talent and a passion to do something, to use it for good. And I made sure that no matter where my personal dreams took me, I would take my music activism and my beliefs with me. Since then, I've completed a university tour in Taiwan to educate about human rights and how to use your own talents to do so. I've taken part in and helped create events and programs for empowerment for my own Hispanic culture. I used music to campaign to help my brother survive his kidney failure and receive a kidney transplant, and raised awareness on bullying and discrimination, and now using music to create hope during the challenges of the COVID-19 crisis. My common dream became connected to a very stark reality, the many realities that the world has to offer. I now understand what it is to be an empowered woman. For me, it means believing in something so much that you have no fear in doing something about it, and believing in yourself and the women around you to know that you and they can do it. I learned that from Queen Mother and from all the amazing women in my journey. Dr. Judy Kuryansky, who gave me that first opportunity, who fights for mental health and women's empowerment every day. My mother, who fought her way to success as a single mother with 2 businesses to run. They believed in me, and I had no fear in fighting for my culture, for my friends who were bullied, for human rights, for my family, for music with a message. I may have simply been handed an opportunity, but I have been told that it's what you do with it and continuing with the journey that it has to offer that makes you stand out. And even if it doesn't seem like it, the world is filled with opportunities. Opportunities to speak up, which is a phrase that became so important to me when I wrote a song about it without even realizing I was writing an empowerment song. I've been told that as a woman, I have courage for speaking up and standing up for what I believe in, and for choosing a path not common to the usual music career most dream of. Is that something that us as women should have courage for, or something that we are supposed to feel comfortable doing? Just like anyone should feel comfortable speaking up for their rights to life and personal beliefs. That is what human rights are about. But there are still human rights issues all over the world that cause there to be a fear of speaking up. The women who took their opportunity have changed the social dynamic of the world. They have changed public perception. They have made innumerable amendments to the world in every sphere globally. They have made it possible for anyone to feel okay taking that stand. So I took my opportunity, and now I've gone full circle and I'm receiving an award centered on women's empowerment, just like the first women's empowerment event that I was a part of when I was 13 years old. And I hope all women at some point can feel comfortable enough to take their opportunity, because there's always a possibility that you will mend that human rights issue, that you will make a difference in the world, no matter how big or small, and you might just change a life. I want to thank Ambassador Dr. Muhammad Shahid Amin Khan for the International Human Rights Commission for the award, for the chance to be a part of this wonderful event, and for believing in me too. I am only 22 and I have so much more of a journey to live out. And I'm so humbled and honored to receive such a beautiful recognition at such a young age. Everything I've done over the years has really just been natural, and I never really expected to receive anything for it. I only hope I can do so much more in the years to come and leave an even bigger mark in the world with the gift that I was given and that we are all given, my voice. Thank you so much for the award, Ambassador.
Welcome, Sophia. Your mother is an incredible mother. She raised a girl like you. I know her as well, and she is a very incredible woman. And you are an asset to an incredible woman, and you have to be incredible like her, and you have to show the resilience to the other. So you are a young. Today's this today and tomorrow is yours, not ours. We are ready to give up. So these days are for all you young women. You young women, I'm saying that you young women will change the world. Not we will change the world. We will stand alongside you. Sometime there is some protest when the policemen comes for the charging or dispersing the gathering. So we can stop that policeman, and you can push us to fight with them. But the actual power of the world to change the world will be the you young generation.
Yes, I agree. But thank you so much for everything, truly.
I'm very much I mean happy to see all your faces. I'm sure that uh, the world is going to be a better place for us, for our coming generation, because you are not only a voice, your voice is heard now. It's everywhere, it's heard. But we have to get rid of from the old generation politicians only, just old generation, old fashioned generation politician only. Otherwise, the way is open for all you girls. I mean, Cecilia, you can understand more than anyone here that you are fighting the Boris Johnson kind of a prime minister. So I don't want to say more words. And Sophia, you young people had just faced President Trump, having no words to say anything. And the Latin America, Latin America is having an the few. I think there is an. I think your country, Colombia, is also suffering. I think. So I don't want to make the political comments, but I will say that these leaders will be having a very short life to go. Those who are hurdles in your ways, very short life. So to be courageous, the way is yours. And not only the way is yours, you will see my words, write it down wherever you want to write down, that you people will lead the nations, societies, and countries. I'm sorry because while yes, Ragda.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Miss Sophie, for your ideas and for your actually inspiration in two things: in delivering the meaning of the women empowerment through songs, and actually for believing in self-empowering lead to women empowering.
Rad is on cue.
Now, will you hear me? So for believing that your own empowerment is whole women empowerment. And actually, this is what I think that we should take over from. We need to be personally empowered to we are able to empower others. Now I'm pleased to go to the UK to Miss Dashani Morris. She's an artist, humanitarian, and human rights activist. Miss Dashani, can I ask you to open your video?
Yes. I don't know where my video is, somehow disappeared here. My video is disappeared here. It's okay. I can see me. Can you see me?
No, not yet.
That's very strange. 1 second.
I believe she is rejoining again, so we can wait for 2 seconds.
While she will join, because let me introduce a few words more for her. I think Sophia can know her. She's a Kurd singer facing the harassment from different ways. I think, Ragda, you also know her. She is the Kurd singer, feminist. She's running a kids organization, those who've been subject of a violence by the ISIS and the in Iraq and Kurdistan, and incredible women. And from the last half an hour, she is messaging me and saying me how to be connected, because she is on road and she want to speak. She is a really incredible woman. She is and I hope that she will be connected. If she will be connected, then we can listen to her. She is, yes. Dashani, you are listening to us?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Okay. No matter if there is no video, you can start speak. I'm just letting you know if you are seeing my me on video.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
We hear you.
Perfect.
Do you hear or
Thank you.
saw us?
Yes, she
Yes. Well, first of all, I am very sorry to enter this very late. I am at the moment in Kirkuk, that is in Kurdistan and Iraq. And this is a city that's about coexistence, where Arabs and Kurds and Turkmenian and Assyrians all live in peace. And it's a city that has been devastated by ISIS and still surrounded by so many ISIS sleeping cells. But the people here are very determined. I just came back from a small activity with COVID-19 measurement, of course, supported by UNFPA Iraq, where young women showed their power, resilience, and their strength through sports. I think that on International Women's Day, I would like to send a message to all of you incredible women in this webinar. First of all, happy International Women's Day. And I thank you and I salute you, sisters, for achieving and succeeding despite the odds and challenges, no matter where you are in the world. We've proven together that the world is better when we are a part of. Now, coming to my region, to Kurdistan, Iraq, and Iraq as a whole, this is a place with incredible women, and we have been at the front line of every crisis. And now if you look at the pandemic, women's rights has been with 100 steps going back in time. And it includes around the world. 45 million women around the world has gone into poverty. Gender-based violence against women has increased. And so today we must be so loud, and we have to raise our hands and commit to a world with no gender-based violence. And I think we can only commit when we unite, like a platform like this. So I'm grateful that I'm able to share my thoughts with you. I have been working with many different NGOs, activists, different organizations from UN Women, UNFPA, to different governments working in Iraq, to the local government. And I see incredible people everywhere who are so serious on empowering women and girls who want to end gender-based violence, but alone they can't. But when we collaborate, listen to one another, and try to understand each other's points of view, that's where we can actually make progress and end any forms of violence against women. And again, today I want to salute all of the sisters in this webinar. And I thank you, Ambassador Dr. Khan, for always raising your voice for women's rights. Your voice is very important. We need all men to join the dialogue. It's time for women to take 50% of the world power, because we are at the front line of climate justice, yet we are not at the table of the solutions and how we can solve climate crisis. And if you look at women, I think in the future, we are the first who will be the first victim of the climate crisis. So sisters, I salute you. Happy International Women's Day. Please continue with your mission. We need you, especially here in Iraq and Kurdistan.
Thank you very much. This me here, you cannot see, but I am showing on the screen. This is your certificate, and this is your award, which will be my team, my staff will send you by DHL, and this award and this certificate you can show on the live on the Facebook, so that you can download that video from the Facebook to be make sure that the people are hearing you and hearing us. Thank you and God bless you. God bless people of Kurdistan. Yesterday, the Pope Francis has wrapped up the very successful visit of Iraq and Kurdistan. That was a message of a peace and coexistence and humanity for the whole region.
Thank you. I thank you very much. I have to leave the conversation now, as I have commitment into work right now, but thank you again very much. And happy International Women's Day to every woman across the world, but especially happy International Women's Day to all of the resilient and strong women of Iraq and the Kurdistan region. Thank you.
Thank you. God bless you and God bless the people of Iraq.
God bless you too. Bye. Bye.
Before Ragda, I'm taking the opportunity to introduce uh, our. She is the secretary of the Foreign Affairs Department of the International Human Rights Commission. She is a Nepalese, and she is a very energetic woman also. Ambassador Roshni Batroy, the floor is yours.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. And yes, I received my certificate already. Thank you so much for the certificate. It's so grateful to be here, being as a woman, talking about the woman. Wow. After the Human Rights Declaration, it became mandatory for the world to follow the human rights. But there was a United Nations Convention on the elimination of all forms of discrimination against women, and it was adopted in 1979. But I don't think it's still enforced, because we can see all over the world thousands and thousands of women are dying every year just because of gender based violence, and they are killed and they are disabled, like physically disabled because of the violence. It's mostly it happens in the South Asian countries and third world countries. We women have to face the violence just because we are women. And we have a record that almost over half a million of women, they continue to die each year due to pregnancy complication and childbirth related issues. And still, we women don't give up. We don't give up giving birth to the child. Even though every year over half a million women die. That's a huge number. And we still lag behind after so much sacrifice, after taking care of the family, serving hot plate to the husband and the family every morning, every day, and every night, just because they can move, work, get more knowledge, and of course, harass the woman. That's the bitter truth reality. Every year, thousands and thousands of women, girls, and the young girls from age of 12, and sometimes it begins from the age of 7, they are getting raped. The young childs are getting raped. Last time, like 5-6 months back, I shared an article. It was like a 4-month-year-old girl child was raped by her cousin who was 19-year-old. I shared this article in my Facebook. So we can see an innocent infant who is just 4 months old, she got raped. You can see the situation of being a girl, being a woman. So I would like to raise my voice today, say no to rape, say no to gender-based violence, especially in the family. And I would like to raise a voice for all the women who are going through the phase of cancer. Every year, thousands and thousands of women are facing the problem of cancer, especially breast cancer and womb cancer and other diseases that only occurs to the woman. So I would like to thank IHRC family and everyone today present for this auspicious ceremony of Women Right Day. So I'm so happy to be here. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your great intervention, Ms. Roshni, and for the inspiration and this positive vibes added to us. Now I'm happy to introduce our last speaker. She is a young woman advocate from Pakistan, Ms. Nabiha Shahid. Ms. Nabiha, we are delighted to have you join the conversation today. Please take the floor. Ms. Nabiha, you are muted. Could you please open the mic? Thank you. Now we hear you.
Is it okay now?
Yes, yes, now we can hear you.
So thank you so much for giving an opportunity to speak on this International Women's Day. So first of all, good evening to everyone, excellencies and ladies and gentlemen. So firstly, happy International Women's Day. It's a day for praising women who work hard every day to accomplish individual and professional goals. So women also deserve equal freedom and opportunities and rights. So on this International Women's Day, everyone appreciate the women in their lives. Everyone acknowledge the worth and significance of women in their lives and their tremendous contribution to society as well. So this day is all about feeling self-worth and achieving the goals as per the potential. So besides that, women should gather the courage to cross all the hurdles in all the sphere of life to make a tremendous improvement. This day is all about making society to realize that each individual has to work differently and changing society towards a better future. So the world is moving toward gender equalities, and it is moving toward a balance between both men and women. A change is required, and this is also an essential. So a general myth that exists in the society is that issue related to women empowerment can already be addressed at an inflammatory sort of pace. Many people out there in society believe that gender gap does not really exist, and some are of the belief that people made by individual cannot actually make differences to the gender gap that exists in the society. So this belief has over the year deliberate the power of women. Today, women have started realizing their strength. They are contributing to the success of their home and the entire society. So the first is this endeavor to eradicating this state-coded menace. Is realizing that the problem can only be identified and solved by interaction with people who are actually irrational to those of society. So on this day, we must realize that every single person's contribution toward fighting a threat of a society counts. International Women's Day is all about being aware of the fact that each individual has to work in their own way for changing the ugly face of society. So the thing women have yet to learn, is nobody gives you power. You just take it. So charming woman doesn't follow the crowd. She is herself. So it is all about the Women's Day, and at the end, I think so. I have to say that define success on your own terms, achieve it by your own rules, and build a life you are proud to live. Thank you.
Thank you, Nabia. You are the youngest one in the whole forum. The youngest one in the whole forum. You are not yet adult even. So this is an appreciation certificate for you on behalf of the International Human Rights Commission, and I wish that the next Women's Day, when it will become, you will organize the event for your college or for your school. God bless you. Thank you.
God bless you.
Ladies and gentlemen, my dear moderator, I think I have to let you all know that I was getting constantly messages from the few, 2 or 3 people, those who are not able to connect. The one is the Right Honorable Mrs. Liza Rene Shanti Hanna. She is the member of a parliament from the Jamaica, and she is trying many times, and she has sent me the even Facebook link that she can see over there, but she cannot connect the Zoom. What's the problem? And I cannot guide even her. So she is away, but her wishes are with us. And then the Madam President of Malta. She sent a message to me just now. Here is the message of the President. Thank you very much, Excellency Ambassador. I am really very sorry that I wanted to speak to the young generation leaders today, and I am unable to connect the connectivity problems. So the internet, where the internet is available for many countries are suffering from the internet connectivity as well. This is what is happening. We have three our we have one more speaker from India, which we are missing it. She is just joined, and she is Sufi Sayyed. She is a Miss World Peace and Humanity Pageant 2020. She is as a model, actress, entrepreneur, businesswoman, and as well as she is a goodwill ambassador of the International Human Rights Commission. She is working for the orphan in India. Sophie, the floor is with you.
Hi everyone, can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, we are hearing you, but you have to open your video, ma'am.
I don't know, I don't know, for the first time, I don't know what is happening. I can't see that camera icon. So
Yes,
I'm
your
unable.
video is not working. So for a technical
Yeah,
side, from your side, yeah. So I think we can have the audio.
all right, okay. Oh my God, I prepared myself to look good even while I'm talking about women empowerment. So it's okay. My
Are
bad
you
luck.
able to see the video from your side? It shows that you don't have the video icon from your side because there
Yes,
is no
yes.
option.
I cannot see a video icon from my side. This is the first time happening. Before I have done the youth summit virtually twice, but this thing, I don't know what has happened. So anyways, I would like to wish each and everyone, not only the women, but to men, happy Women's Day. And today I wanted to show my book, the name of the book is He Too, because I've been seeing all the hashtags related to Me Too, and we always talk about women empowerment. So today I thought of showing you the work which I've done um, for not only women empowerment but also human empowerment. So I wrote this book about men, and I have written few points, but unfortunately you guys can't see me and I can't see you as well. So maybe next time. So in this,
Excuse me for the intervention, Sophie. I am raising your award and I am raising your certificates both together.
oh my
So
God.
you can watch this live and on the streaming. So we have shown it. Now you can even speak whether there is no picture of you. You can speak.
Oh my,
Yes, go ahead.
you know that I was waiting for this moment. Like, I'm so excited, and I can't see and I can't show myself my excitement on my face. Thank you so much. It's a big honor for me that I'm receiving this award. Thank you so much, Mr. Ambassador, and also Mrs. Asra Khan. Thank you so much. And this will give me more power to work towards humanity and peace, and also women and human empowerment. So I'm very sad, but it's okay. At least you guys can hear my voice. So in this book, actually, everyone is talking about women empowerment, but we actually forget about our men. As we say that there's always a woman behind a successful man. So it's vice versa. So we need to empower our men as well. So I had a slideshow, but unfortunately, I'm unable to show you everything. I was so prepared for my book, He Too. but what I can say now. So anyways, maybe next time, Mr. Ambassador, you're gonna give me a double chance to show my book as well, and I will talk about it more.
Definitely, Sophie, we will try that next time when there will be more women like today. Today is the day of a woman. As I earlier said, that we have to have an every day for a woman day, not the one day in a year.
Yes.
And obviously we will show the book of you, and you can, I will send you the list of an address of all participants, especially the female participant here, and you can send them the book as a gift.
I will actually. I was very excited, and thankfully, I thought that you are giving me this big award, and today it's a bright day when I can talk about my book, because in the end, it is in favor of women empowerment. So I have written this book, and I have actually researched and talked about the molestation, which is not only facing by females. Actually, we don't talk about males that much, when it comes to molestation or things like that. So I have covered all the real incidents in this book, and I feel and I hope that this will definitely change something related to crime against women, and I will thank you so much, Mr. Ambassador. I will definitely send a copy to each and every one of you, and I'm sad, but I'm happy anyways. Thank you so much.
God bless you. God bless you, Sufi. The people of the world are listening your voice.
Thank
And
you so
before I am going to ask the IHRC senior vice chairperson to make the comments of the thanks to conclude this event. If all you women will allow me to give a two men to speak for a 1 minute each. Ambassador Naseem Ahmed Malik, the former reserve member of a parliament from Sweden. Ambassador Naseem, floor is yours for 1 minute.
Thank you very much, Ambassador Shahid. That really today, when I listened to Roshani from Nepal, Cecilia from UK, Paula, Sophia, Isabel, what they said, what they described, really very true. That women of the world want and deserve an equal free future, free from stigma, stereotypes, and violence. A future that's sustainable, peaceful, with equal rights and opportunities for all. To get us there, what we need today, women at every table where decisions are being made. So you have given me only 1 minute, so I wanted to say more, but I can give you the example of my party and Sweden. Sweden has long been a leader when it comes to equality for women, whether in politics, in business, or in society. More generally, nearly half of the Swedish MPs are women. Sweden ranks fourth worldwide with 43.6% female representation, which makes it top ranking country in Europe. Today, as we see, women are also at the forefront of the battle against COVID-19. A frontline and health sector worker, as scientists, doctors, yet they get paid 11% less globally. I think Cecilia pointed out this also, that 11% less globally than their male counterparts, An analysis of COVID-19 task teams from 87 countries found only 5.5% of them had gender parity. And finally, I conclude.
Thank you, Ambassador.
Finally, that just the director, International Women's Own Day, what executive director, what she said. We need women representation that reflects all women and girls in all their diversity and abilities and across all culture, social, economic, and political situation. This is the only way we will get real societal change that interprets women in decision making as equal and benefits us all. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ambassador Naseem. I know that Sweden, let me add for all of your knowledge, the Sweden was the country who appointed the first ever ambassador to the United Nations in the history of United Nations, Mr. John Perkan, Mrs.
Yes.
John Perkan. So the Sweden has a long history to empower the women.
But Ambassador, just 1 second, just want to say that in Sweden, in all the nominations we have in politics, one man, one woman, one man, one woman. This has been finalized. Every nomination on the political front, that if you have to nominate 4 members, one man, one woman, one man, one woman. So this has been decided, So this is the way so we can achieve the goal. I hope everybody will work on that.
Thank you very much, Ambassador. Ambassador Hassan Bousayyed, sitting in Middle East. 1 minute for you, Excellency Ambassador.
Thank you, Chairman, and my regards to all my colleagues. Well, it's just a minute. I'm just going to say a few words. First of all, I'm going to join in a few minutes the international observance of the United Nations on the International Day of Women. And I'm sure that after listening to all our colleagues and to all the excellencies and to all the participants that really enrich this session, I am sure that we will continue the path together. And we hope to have, after this session, a summary on all the main points on women rights, as we are also participating at the UN headquarters in New York on the UN Women starting from March 15 until March 23, and where we will be also having a statement on behalf of the IHRC. And I hope receiving all this as soon as possible so that me and the chairman and my colleagues will set up a certain paper to be discussed at the UN. Thank you.
Mr. Ambassador, and we have one more person for 1 minute, and that is Ambassador Daniel Moss from Haiti. Ambassador Daniel, 1 minute for you. Ambassador Daniel.
Yeah, I'm here. So I want to say something special for all the girls today, because all of you girls, you got a lot of courage. I appreciate that. So I think it's very, 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 very nice things when each day you take an initiative like try to build the world. Without you, the world gonna have a sense. So go on and work very hard to change the world, girls. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ambassador Daniel. Your country is suffering because of the election and politics, and I wish that there will be peaceful elections and more women participation into the election. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me move towards the before going to the concluding remarks. I would like to thank you, my moderator, my smart and cute colleague at this moment, and This is your certificate.
Thank you so much. I printed it here, so I have it here in Egypt as well.
And it is your award. So
Thank
it
you.
will be coming. Hopefully, if I will see if the flights are open, I will call you to come in Pakistan. I will make sure that you will be getting it.
Thank you.
Ragda, you want to say anything by your own words? Floor is yours.
Thank you so much. First of all, I'd like to thank you all, and thank you, dear Ambassador, for giving me the chance today to join you and be among these inspirational leaders. And I'd also like to stress and highlight that we really need to empower each other because I remember back and actually the intergenerational as well leadership, because it matters. Because looking back how I started my career, I know I'm in my mid career right now, but the reason of me starting and going onto the diplomatic field to be then reached into the AU to be working there is a young woman who asked actually a leader, an old woman, not a young woman, who looked at me one day and she said, if you never ask for something, you'll never have it. You have to trust yourself. And actually at the same time she was all the time giving and supporting me by all means, even by advice. So my advice, or actually my call to you, is that let's empower each other. So this actually the thing I'm doing right now. So I'm going back to my college and university students to let them know how things are secrets to do, and then like to go into the career. So this is the thing I think that we need to do. We need to keep empowering others, even our peers. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Ragda. God bless you and all the people, those are young generation leaders, those who are struggling. In this last whole year, the struggle of the young peoples are more dynamic than the I have seen it in the half of century. Uh, Ladies and gentlemen, before I will make the concluding statement, I am asking the Senior Vice Chairperson of the International Human Rights Commission, Minister for Department of the Foreign Affairs, and Vice Chairperson of the IHRC RFT, Mrs. Asra Khan, to say a word of thanks on behalf of the organization. And Mrs. Asra Khan, for your efforts, this is your appreciation certificate is with me. You can take it as you are in Islamabad. Floor is yours.
Thank you very much. Good evening, Excellencies, Ambassadors, and young ladies who join us today. Today is International Women's Day. Very happy International Women's Day to all young ladies and all Excellencies. I think we should take all the time to stop and thank the ladies in our lives. We need women representation that reflects all women and girls in their diversity and abilities, and across all cultural and social and economical and political situations. The highlight of today was the panel discussion moderated by Ambassador Khan and Ms. Ragda. Very appreciated today. Dr. Khan brought out the best from our fascinating honorees, Madam President of Ecuador, Madam President of Mauritius, and Malta. She was might be forbidden, she couldn't come. And worthy all speakers who were forthright about their personal and professional experience. Humble and inspiring, they lifted the conversation into their celebration of the spirit of women. Each spoke about the challenges they faced and shared their stories about times when they have been underestimated or appreciated as a woman. As mom, I'm always impressed by the strength, resilience, and perseverance the children and their families show in the face of great obstacles. Thanks to the women, thanks to the women who have challenged me. You are made me today what I am today. I am humble and excited today. to be in the company of so many energetic and remarkable women and the men who throughout their dedication, their commitment and energy have found the courage to speak out, to make change, to support each other. Finally, to each and every one of you, thank you for all of you, the ways you have contributed to women's empowerment across the world. Yes, one thing more. I will dedicate my all achievements and my all efforts and my all awards to my husband because today, whatever I am is just because of him. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ambassador Asra Khan.
Well, my husband is Dr. Shahideen Khan. One thing I have to tell you.
Ladies and gentlemen, whatever I will say concluding remarks, regardless of the outcomes, as the number of women leaders increased in many countries, women will likely be inspired to become politically engaged. Women are making history day by day, and it is a phenomenon that our girls are much capable, resilient, determined, courageous by all means. They are fighting the stereotypes in the societies. They are raising hands for the gender equality, not only the gender equality, they are also teaching the feminism in the families. And you know, when there is a one feminist in the family, they can turn down the whole family as a feminist. And people are misunderstanding about the feminism. Feminism is a matter of respect, love, affection, and standing on the same page with each other equally, listening to each other equally, accepting each other equally. This is what is the feminism called. Ladies and gentlemen, I will ensure that the International Human Rights Commission and its administration will left no chance to support our women, not only for the empowerment, for the development, for the advancement in every field. We will make sure that all international institutions should make the binding treaties over the governments to give the education to all levels to the women's girls freely. This is the most important step if we can succeed into it. It will take us into the next century within a couple of years. This is what I am, and this is what I think, and this is what I am saying to my respectable, honorable girls, my daughters, my sisters, my colleagues. We are men, all men are standing beside and alongside of you, no matter what will be happened. And we will not let down the flag of equality and to end gender discrimination in our societies. This is the what we 6 goals has mentioned in celebration of the International Women's Day 2021. Today, in moreover 70 countries having the capacity of the women leaders to be at the head of the state, head of the government, or foreign ministers or the ministers. But we have to raise till 2030 as the SDG achievement goal, is that at least out of 196 countries, we should have the 90 countries, at least 90 countries head of a state or government as a woman. This will be a long-standing achievement goal for the women of a gender parity in power. And for that, International Human Rights Commission will ensure through you fellow women that the women should lead, as the history of America has been written in recently to having a first ever female vice president. I'm not going on a race or color. I'm saying the first ever female vice president of the United States of America. So this is what is, we have to change that everyone, everyone can say that we have the first female president or prime minister in our countries. This is the achievement of our goal. And I pray to the Almighty God, Allah, that He will bestow this to see that day in our lives. God bless all of you. And I'm again saying to raise whoever is here is to open their videos and to raise the hand to change the world with the power of women. Again, we are raising the hand for a woman empowerment and change.
Here we raise again for all the women.
God bless you, and God bless the women's, and happy International Women's Day 2021. And when we will be next celebrate 2022, we will be all together in person. And I'm sure one day we will all meet at the United Nations General Assembly Hall.
At one stage.
In 2022, definitely. God bless you. God bless Sophia. God bless Ambassador Saab. God bless Isabel. You are you was very busy, and you have here all the time. Paula, my greetings from Asia to Africa. Ambassador Hassan, thank you very much. Daniel, Ambassador Daniel, thank you. Roshni, thank you. Nabiha, thank you very much for joining. Yousra, thank you very much. Aqsa and Cecilia. If Cecilia is listening, then Cecilia, conclude if you want to conclude before we all are going.
We can see Sophie Sayed also on camera
yes,
now.
Sophie
She's
is
on.
here again. Yes, Sophie. So Sophie, let me show you again. This is your certificate, Sophie.
Thank you so much.
This is your award.
And I was fully prepared to have a copy of this because I was so excited.
Thank you.
To have this
So,
with me.
my moderator, you can take off the event. God bless you all.
Thank you so
Everybody.
much. Thank you.
Okay.
It was a pleasure. Bye-bye.
Thumbs up.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Happy
Isabella.
International
Thank
Women's
you.
Day.